Hey guys, Max here. We are finally to the end of Beyond Order, and this is one that's about suffering and being grateful. Two things that I know I should have more suffering, or I should have more gratefulness in my life, and I have a whole lot of suffering. So why is there so much suffering in life? Well, let's go through this. Beyond Order, Rule 12, explained. Here we go. Rule 12 is be grateful in spite of your suffering. Most of life is completely unenjoyable, unbearable, and really mundane. Although this fact really sucks, I can't really sugarcoat it, it really does suck. The reality is, your actions have helped to create this suffering. So the good thing is, you can elevate your actions, elevate your thinking, and you can make the suffering go away and move forward. Jim Rohn used to say, I had a conversation with myself, which pretty much means you have a conversation with yourself and you ask how you really are doing. Not how you're telling everybody, not how you're lying to yourself, actually living in truth and speaking truth to yourself. How am I really doing? And if the answer is terrible, well, let's figure out ways to make it less terrible. The only way you can make actual, real growth and actually move forward in life is having a tough conversation with yourself. This is not a self-love conversation. This is not a everything's okay conversation. This is not a I'm perfect just the way I am conversation. I pretty much abhor that rule of thinking, that line of thinking. You need to figure out where you actually are and start from there. You can't start from a facade of where you think you are. If you're at step 1, do not fool yourself into thinking you're a step 10. Start at step 1 and you will actually have a clear mind on where you need to go. Well, you have a clear mind on where you are, and then you continue moving forward to the next step. Remember, tell the truth no matter what in everything. Just before death, he utters the words, Ila ila lama sabachthani. My God, why hast thou forsaken me? Matthew 27:46. This appears to strongly imply, in its narrative way, that the burden of life can become so great that even God himself can lose faith when confronted with the unbearable reality of injustice, betrayal, suffering, and death. If you're going through some suffering or some life trial in general, know that even when the Son of God was about to fulfill his whole purpose of being on earth, he had doubts. He had doubts. And you may have doubts on your purpose and doubts on what you should be doing with life. However, Jesus still followed through and carried that cross all the way to Calvary, all the way. You're going to come to points in life where you have a choice. Either you can say, why have you forsaken me, God? And become a weenie and pitter-patter and fizzle out and become a coward. Or you can be a lion and say, why have you forsaken me? Not my will, but your will be done. Even when life is tough, following through on why you're here and the purpose, and a lot of the purpose is bringing order into this life, do not bring more chaos. I promise you, the more chaos you bring into the life, bring into your life, and in totality, the world, the worse your life is going to be in the most terrible way. However, if you follow through on what you know you need to do, your life will have lots more order, and your life will actually start to make sense. So when you're in that moment where you say, why have you forsaken me? Remember, that's the point where the most difficulty is. However, if you can pivot and make the decision to continue going forward, that's where the decision lies. And that's where the decision should be. Pivot, make the right decision, do not be a coward, be a lion, and be fierce. Because lions don't think about going after their prey, they just do it. Instead of thinking about what you should do, you know you should do. That conscience that's inside of you, follow it and execute. You are going to work to make things better for yourself, as if you are someone you are responsible for helping. You are going to do the same thing for your family and the broader community. You are going to strive toward the harmony that could manifest itself at all those levels, despite the fact that you can see the flawed and damaged substructure of things, and have had your vision damaged in consequence. That is the proper and courageous pathway forward. Maybe that is the definition of gratitude, of thankfulness, and I cannot see how that is separate from courage and love. Now, do you want harmony in life? Do you want to bring order to your life as well as the broader community? Yes. You strive towards the things that can become beautiful and magnificent. You can manifest those in your life. The reality is these two hands and this mind and these lips, this voice box, can create that and can manifest really good things in spite of the utter destruction that's in front of you. Just because you have utter destruction, just because you have a bunch of things falling apart or things that are already completely destroyed in front of you, does not mean you can pick up the pieces and begin to build. The proper and courageous path forward is choosing to pick up the pieces and build, even though the pieces look like they won't ever be able to be put together again. The reality is you are a spark of the divine, and you can definitely 1000% affirmatively put the pieces back together even better than what they were previously. Always be courageous, always be truthful, and always be moving forward. Know that no matter what you're going through in life, someone has gone through it previously. Someone has overcome it, overcome that obstacle. The Son of God said, "Why have you forsaken me?" Yet still went to Calvary and suffered that brutal death. Now, you can be the Son of God. We can be sons of God. We can be these divine beings when we see the treachery, the deceitfulness, the destruction in front of us, yet we choose to continue moving forward. That is the path forward. That's being courage. And that, as Jordan says, that is courage and love. And you want to lead with courage and love in everything. So with that is Beyond Order, 12 more rules. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I am taking book suggestions. I have a book list of about 1 million right now, but if something is really enticing, I will do reviews for it. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Please comment, subscribe, and like the video, and I will catch you guys on the next series.